Hi, and welcome to the It Factor. Hi, Ryan.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good, thanks. We have some amazing guests on today. You've actually brought Anna Sundstrand here.
What's up? Hi.
Hi. And later on in the show, we'll actually be introducing Broadway in South Africa, a great organization that I've met through friends. So how are you doing, Ryan?
I'm okay.
Fashion
I'm
week is
hot.
over.
Fashion week is over.
You are hot.
I'm hot. I'm sweating. I'm running from 35th Street to here, but it's fine.
And now you're here. Do you want to talk at all about Fashion Week and all the chaos?
No. I mean, it was...
How do you really feel?
It was fun.
This is called the It
It
Factor.
was...
So give us some
It was
tips.
fun. It was challenging. A lot of missing boys not showing up.
Drama.
Calling the subway.
It's called drama. That's
I
what
mean,
it's
the
called.
normal stuff that happens every season. Designers deciding that there's not enough clothes at the last minute. They didn't get shipped in, so they have to cut boys, and I have to flip out. Like, the normal.
I'd love to see you flip out, don't you, Anna?
Oh my God, I've seen it.
And I'm so excited to
I've
have
been
you
there, done
today.
that.
I've heard so much about you, and
Yeah.
I just wanted to briefly tell people, you know, on the It Factor, we're always talking about up-and-coming artists that are looking to get in the business, and, you know, like, the premise of every business these days is really networking, and I've met Ryan. Ryan's come out to our big VIP Talent Connect events. Our next event is October 2nd, Ryan,
Yes.
and, yes, just confirming, and, you know, I heard about you, and I've heard about everything you've done at a young age.
Yeah, it's
And,
been a crazy ride.
Yeah, so go ahead
That's
and
for
tell us what it
sure.
was like going on tour and
Oh
everything you
wow,
worked
yeah.
on.
When I was 11 years old, I got a record deal together with a girl group called Play. So, you know, I'm from a small town in Sweden, so it was just a big change coming to New York City and got, you know, it was this kind of like Cinderella story, you could say, you know, and then I went on tour with Destiny's Child, and our first tour was actually together with Aaron Carter. But I was very, very, very young, and it was a lot of fun, but, you know, not much sleep, and I was away for a long time. So I'm actually writing a book right now about the struggles of being a child in the entertainment industry.
And what was it like going on tour with like Destiny's Child? That was before like Beyonce really became Beyonce.
Yeah.
You know, obviously getting in the business at such an early age. I mean, trying to get in the business. Who were your biggest mentors? Like, how did this even come about?
Well, actually, I was working together with a manager called Lila Baggy,
Mm-hmm.
and her husband at that time is Anders Baggy, and he was good friends with Tom Motola.
So everybody
So-
knows everybody.
Exactly.
That's a good
what it
connection
was.
to have.
So we were actually, the girl band and I were rehearsing in her house, and Anders was on the phone with Tom Motola, and then he actually heard something in the background. He was like, "Who's singing?" You know, and he was like, "Well, it's actually my wife's new girl group." And he was like, "Well, can I have a listen?" You know, so he came in with a phone. We sang live a cappella. And then a week later, we were in New York City signing
That
the
is such a
contract. It
Cinderella
was just
story.
like,
Actually, I didn't even know
it's just
that.
one of those things. It doesn't happen. You
Yeah,
know?
I mean,
Like,
unless you
it's
really knew
just
Tommy
like,
Mottola.
oh, yeah, right, you know?
like I always joke around. I'm like, you have no idea who's in my cell phone because I keep meeting people, but to have somebody actually being at the right place at the right time and destiny
It's crazy.
really played a part.
Absolutely crazy.
You know, God forbid you called out sick
Yeah.
that day and said, you know what, we'll just practice another day. Because so many musicians do that every day. Like, life is
Yeah.
just too big, you know, and there's too much
Exactly.
going
I
on.
actually had it happen today. I had a boy
Exactly.
cancel on a job today because he had to go shopping with his friends that were in town. And I'm like,
No.
okay,
You're like, why?
See ya.
off the website.
Yeah.
But like the
within
thing is
minutes.
their whole life they've dreamt about being in this business, and a lot of
Yeah.
times they really take it for granted, which is really
Absolutely.
what, you know, it's not even so much about getting in the business, it's maintaining it.
Absolutely.
And that's something that, you know, I can't stress strongly enough. So you were at the right place at the right time. Tommy Mottola loved you. Obviously, for those of you that don't know, Tommy Mottola is...
I didn't know who he was.
Really?
But
When
she
we
was
actually hung
11.
up-
Of course she
when-
didn't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when we actually hung up
Did
the
you
phone.
know Aaron Carter then?
Yes, I probably did. Yeah, because I was young and he
Yeah.
was famous.
Hillary
and all that
Duff
stuff.
and
yeah,
Lindsay Lohan.
all of
feud.
them.
Okay.
Yeah, so after we sang for him, they were like so excited about that he called, and I'm like, who's Tom Mottola? I had no
Who
clue.
is this
you know?
guy?
I was like,
Yeah.
who's this guy? I don't even know who's this guy. But then we came to New York City and I met him, and it was pretty cool. It was a
Now,
cool
you guys
experience.
came over here and you just moved here, and it kind of just you started an artist development deal, I guess, with Tommy. I mean, what happened? Like, how you guys got on a plane?
Everything
and-
went so quick. Like, we got signed, we started recording our album, we shot our first music video, and then just promotion. And then we actually went right away on tour with Aaron Carter in front of 30,000 people. And I was 11
Have you ever
years
performed
old.
in front of people before, or just?
Well, I used to dance. I did, small stuff, but not
30,000
not
is a
like
lot.
that.
Yeah,
Not
I
at
actually
all.
just got asked to speak at the Showbiz Expo on October 9th, a week after the event, and that's 10,000. So I can't even
Yeah.
imagine 30,000. I get nauseous just thinking about it.
But it's so funny because I wasn't nervous at the beginning. Like I think I'm more nervous today when I go on stage than I was when I was 11 years old.
Children have no fear.
I think so. You're like,
Yeah.
They really
this is
don't.
awesome. I was
There's
just so excited
the
to be there.
numbers don't have any concept in their brain. 30,000 is like, okay, what is that?
Yeah.
I just had fun.
Yeah.
I started at a young age, and I had no concept of what people
And you did modeling,
did.
right?
I was 12. I had no concept what a magazine was. I really didn't
You
care.
traveled overseas. What
Yeah.
age did you actually go overseas? Like by yourself? Or you had a chaperone, right? 12? Okay. That's
She
crazy.
was useless. She wasn't really a chaperone.
She was
Useless.
useless.
She sat there
Children,
and
stay with
collected
your
money,
parents. Yeah.
and I did whatever I wanted.
But again, do as I say, not as I do. So how did you and Ryan end up meeting?
We're actually, when the girl group and I went separate ways, I got signed to a modeling agency in New York City. And then I met this wonderful person, the man here,
The legend.
the legend, the one and only Ryan Colby. And he's also become one of my best friends, Love him to death.
No, I very rarely deal with girls, and I liked her, so I helped her with pictures and just generic development. I mean, I rarely do that because it's not something I do. But
Right.
I do it every once in a while when I feel it's worth it, and I knew she had talent, and I knew that there was
That's a high compliment.
purpose. So
Yeah.
I did it. And she comes and goes out of the city, so I see her sometimes for like a year will go by, and I won't see her.
Right. And just so you know, like Ryan is one of the top people at Models International, owned by Hollywood Studios International. So, I mean, as far as somebody looking to get into the business, what type of advice would you give somebody? I mean, obviously you guys met just, by chance.
She had
but-
already been
yeah.
working for years.
Right.
I met her when she was like 15.
Yes, 15.
And how would somebody get in touch with you, Ryan? Like these days, like people that are aspiring models or actors
They
or
email. They look at the website and they can email me. I look at every email. Whether
what
I
are you looking
return
for?
one
Like a JPEG,
is
just a
different.
picture?
Yeah, simple JPEGs. Don't send me a photo shoot you did in Kansas City because I'm 99% sure I'm not going to like it. So
How do you really feel?
just send me a picture that you took with your cell phone camera, and that is 10 times more valuable than.
Or you can
anything.
actually come to the VIP Talent Connect event. Again, the next one's October 2nd.
Yeah.
And we actually just
If
had an
you're local,
amazing
yeah.
photo shoot this weekend. Actually, Kevin behind you was in the photo shoot. We had like 27 talent up and coming that are looking to get in the business. What type of advice would you give somebody? Again, so many people spend thousands of dollars on pictures. They
Yeah.
all want to be in music. They're spending, I can't even tell you what, on demos and developing their own websites that nobody's going to. How do you feel like, being at the right place at the right time, how important is networking in your career now? And what type of advice would you give people that don't know anything?
Well, when I was younger, in 2001, it was a little bit different. Like, it was easier to get signed to a record label and stuff. These days, you really have to work. You have to build your own connections, and you have to, create your own website and do as much as possible.
Do you have
as
a
can
website
do.
right now?
Yes, I do.
What is
yes,
it?
I do. It's annasunstrand.com.
And it's ANNA, and then it's Sun.
Yes, Sunstrand.
And then Strand.
Yes.
.com.
Yes.
See? And then nobody will ever mispronounce it again.
No.
Perfect. And you can actually call in and ask Anna a question. It's 1-877-CHAT-212 if you have any questions for Anna. So what was it like going on tour? I mean, my God, you were how old?
The first time 11, yeah.
11.
12.
Did you have a
12.
bedtime? I mean, obviously your shows.
No,
were past
we
11.
didn't sleep. No, we were
Okay.
just on tour. And then you had school at the same time. So, going from city to city, performing, doing sound check, and then signing autographs. Back into the tour bus, next place.
How many
school on
cities
the
did you
way.
go to?
Oh my gosh.
Did you get to actually?
It was like 2 years. Or
Yeah,
something.
Was it?
It was a long time.
'Cause I think people
Carter
are
and
always under the
Destiny's
impression.
Child.
Oh, and then we
It
had
was like
Radio
back to
Disney
back.
tours, and then we
Yeah.
had plenty of different tours.
Did you get time to see the world, or did you pretty much just go from like your bus to school to the,
No, we had great opportunities to actually, yeah.
That's so
Especially when we
important.
went to Europe. We went through Germany and then France and all that stuff. It was really, really gorgeous.
Perfect.
great.
Well, thank
What
you
do
so
you-
much for coming on. And what are you working on right now?
Thank you. Well, first of all, I'm working on my book.
Yeah.
And then I just finished recording my first solo song with a couple of producers, so I'm working on that.
Good.
When is it coming out?
Probably next year.
You'll come back and.
Yeah. We'll talk
play it.
about it again.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Great.
Absolutely.
Well, we're actually going to take a break. Thank you so much, Ryan Colby from Models
you.
International, and thank you so much, Anna Sundstrand.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for coming on The It Factor. And you're listening to The It Factor. Coming up is Broadway in South Africa. We're really excited to have these guys.
Don't go away. The It Factor, hosted by Alicia K. Back, will return after these messages.